Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Jaya Gandharvika Giridhari Gandharvika Giridhari Gaur Hari, Jaya Gandharvika Giridhari Gandharvika Giridhari Gaur Hari, Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha Jaya Ananta Dev, Lakshmi Narasingha Jaya Ananta Dev, Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha Jaya Ananta Dev, Lakshmi Narasingha Jaya Ananta Dev, Jaya Gaura Sundar Jaya Gaura Sundar, Gaura Sundar Jaya Gaura Sundar Jaya Gaura Sundar Jaya Gaura Sundar, Gaura Sundar Jaya Gaura Sundar Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Shila Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Shila Prabhupada. Today we are going to discuss chapter 3rd, sloka number 14. ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यनमोविष्टं सतापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुक्तपदकमलं श्रीगुरुवैष्णवं च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथं तं सजीवं स्वादुतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदाकसहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखावितं च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। So we are going to discuss today, that's the sloka number 14, chapter 3, verse 14, that's the annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyadasan sambhava bhava yagyadas bhavati parjanyo yagyad bhavati bharjan yagya karmasu yagya karma karmudbhava yagya karma samudbhava. So words to word, words meaning ananta, form grain, bhavanti grows, bhutani the material body, prajanyat from rains, prajanyat from rains, anna of food grains, sambhava production, yagyata yagyat from the performance of sacrifice, bhavati becomes possible, prajanyata rain, yagya performance of yagya, karma prescribed duty, sambhavat samudbha, yes, born of. So meaning of that sloka, that's the all living bodies subsist on the food grains which are produced from rain. Rains are produced by the performance of yagya, sacrifice, and yagya is born of prescribed duty. That is the meaning of sloka that we are going to discuss now purport. So purport, Srila Baldev Vidyabhushan, a great commentator on the Bhagavad Gita, writes as follow: ye indriya angyatavyasti tama yagyam sarveshwaram vishnu abhaya ricyata tesam asnandati tena tada देहे यात्रेम सम्पाद्यन्ति ते शान्त्य सर्वेश्वर यज्ञ पुरुष भक्त सर्व किल्बिश्रे अनादिकाल विरहाद् आत्मनुभवः प्रतिभ्याखरे निखेल पापेर विमुच्यन्ते. The Supreme Lord, who is known as the Yajna Purusha or the personal beneficiary of all the sacrifice, is the master of all the demigods who serve him as the different limbs of the body serve the whole. Demigods like Indra, Chandra and Varuna are appointed officer. Varuna are appointed officer who manage material affairs, and Veda direct sacrifice to satisfy these demigods so that they may be pleased to supply air, light and water sufficiently to produce food grains. When Lord Krishna is worshipped, the demigods who are different limbs of the body Lord are also automatically worshipped. Therefore, there is no separate need to worship the demigods. For this reason, the devotee of Lord who are in the Krishna consciousness offer food to Krishna and then eat, a process which nourishes the body spiritually. By such action, not only are past sinful reaction in the body vanquished, but the body become immunized to all contamination of material natures. When there is an epidemic disease, an antiseptic vaccine protect a person from the attack of such an epidemic. Similarly, food offered to Lord Vishnu and then taken by us make us sufficient resistant to material affections, and one who is accustomed to this practice is called a devotee of the Lord. Therefore, a person in Krishna consciousness who eats only food offered to Krishna can contract all reaction of past material infections, which are impediments to the progress of self-realization. On the other hand, one who does not do so continue to increase the volume of sin action, and this prepares the next body to resemble hogs and dogs, to suffer the resultant reaction of all sin. The material world is full of contaminations, and one who is immunized by accepting prasadam of the Lord offered to Vishnu is saved from the attack, whereas one who does not do so becomes subjected to contaminations. Food grain or vegetables are factually eatables. The human beings eats different kinds of foods, grain, vegetable, fruits, etc. And the animals eat the refuse of the food grains and vegetables, grass, plants, etc. Human beings who are accustomed to eating meat and flesh must also depend on the production of vegetations in order to eat the animals. Therefore, ultimately we have to depend on the production of the field and not on the production of big factory. The field production is due to sufficient rain from the sky, and such rains are controlled by demigods like Indra, sun, moon, etc. And they are all servant of the Lord. The Lord can be satisfied by sacrificing. Therefore, one who cannot perform them will find himself in scarcity. That is the law of natures. Yajna, specifically the Sankirtan Yajna prescribed for the age, for this age, must therefore be performed to save us at least from the scarcity of food supply. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So that's here Lord is talking about that's offering prasadam. We should take offered prasadam, and we should not take another thing. So from second chapter, Lord is discussing about three different aspects of yoga. That is Jnana Yoga, Sakam Yoga, and Niskam Yoga. So in those these three topics he has already discussed in chapter 2, where we used to see that's the summary of Bhagavad Gita. He have already discussed. Here in chapter 3 he is discussing about that's the prescription, that's the action should be taken in Niskam Yoga. Here Lord is indirectly telling also that's the that's the Niskam Yoga. Niskam Yoga is better than this Jnana Yoga because unmature Jnana Yoga is very dangerous. It cannot be survived for a long time. So it is better to go for Niskam yoga first and gain the gain it experience, and then go for. So that's the main here in chapter 3. Lord have tried to establish and try to convey the message in chapter 3. So in sloka number 10 to 16, Lord is talking about karma kanda to karma yoga. So from 10 to 16. So in the Lord have created this material world in that way that he can the cycle of yajna sacrifice should be continued. In that way he have created. So that how that's he is making when he have taken care of that the jiva, that's when we are going for yajna, we are going for sacrifice. So that can help us in the path of advancement, even materially or spiritually. So that has taken by Lord himself. So there have in material world it is a dukhalya, complete dukhalya. So here only one hope, that's the sacrifice yajna is one hope. From that we can come out from this material world, either there is no hope. So in sloka number 10, that's the it's about the happiness by yajna is given by Lord. That's there Lord is trying to tell, that's the Lord Vishnu when he was creating that's this universe. So first that time only he created two things. One is Masan people, that's the he created two things. That's one is a population, and along with that's the sacrifice he have created that things. So population and sacrifice, both things he have created, and he avoided that maybe this yajna, whatever sacrifice he have given, so from that we can gain the material things, as well as at least slowly a spiritual gain we can advance slowly. If we are not progressing fast, to at least if we are performing our duty, we are doing yajna, so at least slowly we can progress in our spiritual side also, and material gain also we can get it from there. So in that's the sloka number 10, Lord is trying to convey this. Again after Lord sloka 10, Lord is telling in sloka 11, he is talking about cooperation between demigods and human beings. That's the between human beings. That's the how. That's we having that's dependency on each other. Like when we used to perform yajna, the demigods demigods are obliged to give the resultant, and from that both party, demigods as well as human, both party will be prosperous. So both will be happy from that. So this is main. This will be main there are main one link between the demigods and relation between demigods and humans. That's if human will perform the yajna, demigods will give them necessity, whatever necessity of required for life, they will provide, and human can be happy and get liberated also from that. Another after that he have talked about in sloka 12 he have talked about thief. That's the who is thief. That's the one who is not offering to not here they are in a sloka it have given that's not offering to demigods, because they are giving and you are not returning at least something to them. So here it have written that so we should offer to demigods and then we should eat. But for as a devotee we used to offer Lord Krishna direct. As we were reading the purpose, that's the Prabhupada have clearly written that we used to that's the all the demigods are limbs of Lord Vishnu. So they used to assist Lord. So we should directly offer to Vishnu and then we should take prasadam. If we are not taking, we are not offering those whatever we are eating and we are directly taking it, that means we are a thief, because they are cooperating us as a rain. That's when we are eating foods. So if we are eating foods and the rain who have provided rain we are not offering to them, that means we are thief. We have someone like our teacher have given education to us, and in our Guru have given something, education or something they have given us, and behalf of that we will not still at least thanks, we are not going to give Guru Dakshina, that means we are thief. So in same way, that's if we are not offering to demigods, even we are not offering to Vishnu, that means we are thief. So we should always try to offer to the Lord, and then we should only eat. If we are not offering, that's the he is talking about thief. That's and then he is talking about offering the bhoga. That's if you are offering, that means you are completely free from all material bondage. That's whatever karma dosa are there, that's we will get free from there. So it is given in that's scriptures. Even Lord himself in next chapter, next sloka in 13, he is telling that you can offer me, that's and then you can eat. It is allowed, whatever normal things, that's not like onion, garlics and other normal things, anya or anything we can. Even in another sloka he have told that patram puspam phalam toyam. So we can offer whatever we can. We used to eat it, first offer to Lord, and whatever remnants is there we can accept, and eating those prasadam we can be free from all the karma. So it is not only karma, that's the Prabhupada is telling, that's the it is like antibody, that's the for it's like a karma virus, it is an antibody, it will affect save us from different types of different karma. So we should never try to, we should always try to eat only a prasadam, we should never try to eat without offer, as much as possible, at least minimum. So now we are coming to the sloka number 14, where we have to discuss, that's the cycle of sacrifice. So cycle of sacrifice, it's come from Lord, that's the Supreme Lord, he has created the Veda. From Veda it have given the prescribed duty, that's the prescribed action have given, we need to perform according to that sacrifice, we need to do sacrifice. Even in Lord, in same chapter 3 only, sloka number 35, Lord have conveyed this, trying to convey the Arjuna, that's always try to stick with your duty. That's you don't try to leave your whatever your recommended duty is there. Don't try to leave it. And if you are thinking that you can do another duty which is not prescribed for you, better than you stick with your duty. Do with your full efforts. You can do in better way. If you are not doing, that means, and you are trying to do another duty, that means there will be two causes. One is that you will be more in anxiety, because your nature is not supporting that, you are not meant for that. And another thing, that because there will be great fear for that, you will get success or not. But when you are when you have been you are doing your prescribed duty and with dedication, surely God is telling that surely you will be get liberated. So we should always try to do whatever prescribed duty is there, whatever we. So even Arjuna, when Lord is telling to Arjuna, Arjuna was trying to tell that we should, I should leave this fight. I should not fight. I should go in forest and I can beg and I can eat. Better than fighting, I can beg and I can eat. But Lord is telling no. This is not your dharma. You are not a Brahmana. You are Kshatriya, and you meant for fight. So you should protect the dharma. It's not like that someone is run away from their dharma. So always we used to see that when we used to go in society, people used to tell, don't read Bhagavad Gita because this it is not good. It is not at least they used to tell that this is not good time right now. We don't have once we will become old, that time we will read it. So once you will become, then you will understand what is our duty, that time what we will perform. That time we can't perform anything. That time we will only regret that I had to do and what I did, and that time we will get bewildered. So it is better than that we should try to read regularly, at least 1 or 2 sloka at least per day. That's we can understand slowly. We can discuss like that. We are fortunate that I got chance and we are speaking something. we should try to we should be like so I was talking about prescribe action, and after then that's sacrifice it comes. So it is a cycle of sacrifice. That's the from Supreme Lord it's a come Veda, from Veda it's a come prescribe action, from prescribe action it's a come sacrifice, and from sacrifice clouds, raining clouds used to come. That is called Prajanya, and that is called Prajanya, and from that because rains comes due to that our grains grows and we used to get some grain, our crops grows and due to that we used to get grain. So and from grains we nourish our body, this material body we nourish from this grains only. So and that body we should use for again Lord, Supreme Lord. If we are not using, so we are breaking the cycle. That's the beginning, as I told. That's the Lord have created a very nice, perfect cycle for sacrifice. So that is the way that Lord have created this cycle. That we should work in that way. So if we are working in that way, we will be little far from troubles. As we are in Dukhalaya, Saswat Dukhalaya, so it will be there, but we will not be in that much misery like materialistic people. So if we will come to know, if we will surrender towards Lord, and we will see that's how the cycle of sacrifice works, then we will come to know that's no, that's it is a better way to live our life, and from there we can come out from material entanglement, and we can work. So now one second. When I was reading this section, I got yeah. So yeah, Lord is here in purport. Lord Prabhupada have written that the Supreme Lord, who is known as the Yagya Purusha, or the personal beneficiary of all sacrifice, is the master of all the demigods, and who serve him as the different limbs of the body serve the whole. That means that's what that's he is telling that whatever demigods are there, whatever devatas are there, they are part and parcel of Krishna. That's they are subordinate of Krishna. That's like a government of India is there, and they have different branches are there. So government of India didn't come, and Prime Minister didn't come and tell that I need to do this. You have to pay electricity bill. You have to pay water bill. Either we don't used to go for everything in Prime Minister office. But why? Because why we don't used to go, because we cannot reach there easily. But in the matter of Krishna, that's we can reach, we can access Krishna easily. Depend that if we are doing bhakti, we can access Krishna, and we can directly. There is no like that's like we don't need to go in any department like any demigods. We no need to go. Like as a tree, that's Prabhupada telling that's for if you want to nourish the tree, then water it into the root of that tree. So in the same way here, that's if we will nourish we will do the bhakti of Lord Vishnu. That means we are doing. All demigods automatically they will become satisfied. They will become happy, and that is the cycle. Even it have given that in Veda that's have given that we should do yagya. From yagya we should get rain. So yagya, if we are directly serving to the Lord in bhakti yoga, that's all the things will happen itself. It's not required to do and do sacrifice for any particular demigods. So we should focus always. We should focus. That's here. Lord is telling also that we should offer to the Vishnu. That's the particularly Lord have forced here. We should offer to the Vishnu, not any demigods. Especially he has not written any demigod, because we can manipulate that. We can manipulate that. We can offer to the demigods. We can eat this or that. But due to that, he has written to whom we should offer? We should offer it to Lord Vishnu, and then we should eat it. So, is it okay? Any question, Prabhuji?